Hello everyone and welcome back to the continuation of our Half-Life stories. We've completed the first Half-Life games and in all the expansion packs like Opposing Force and Blue Shift. We did the sort of introduction last week in Half-Life The Lost Coast. And today we're going to make a start on Half-Life 2 because I'm sick of looking at tax forms and sneezing, so we're having a break for a couple of hours and playing some games. So we'll start a new game here. And I'll turn the game audio on this time, unlike last night.
Rise and shine, Mr. Freeman. Rise and shine. Not that I wish to imply you have been sleeping on the job. No one is more deserving of a rest, and all the effort in the world would have gone to waste until... well, let's just say your hour has come again. The right man in the wrong place can make all the difference in the world. So wake up, Mr. Freeman. Wake up and smell the ashes.
There we go. You have to let us know how it's actually sounding with the game audio, if it's too loud or too quiet, and I'll make some adjustments. But as always, when like dialogue from other characters come up, we'll let that play out so everyone can hear it.
No matter how many times I've been relocated, I never get used to
it. We're not actually playing the traditional version, should we say, of Half-Life 2. We're playing the Half-Life 2 update, which is a community modification to the game, with improved lighting and water and the likes. Bugs fixed.
It's all I have left.
So these are the combined soldiers. So where we left it off in Half-Life, the original game, the Black Mesa complex has been destroyed. There was I think it was a 6-hour or 7-hour war. And the Combine, which was a force that was beyond the dimension of Zen, they came over to our dimension and took over. Yeah, I think Creeper, it's in the Orange Box collection, is it? So you would have played this one on there, because I'm sure you said that you've got that one because that's where you were playing Portal at one stage, wasn't it?
I'm working up the nerve to go on.
Mouse feels a little bit sluggish. I should have really tested the controls beforehand because the mouse feels a little bit sluggish. I might have to make some adjustments to the settings as we go. The only thing I sort of went on and I turned on all the graphics settings to maximum. That was the only thing I actually checked. I should have actually loaded up the game for 5 minutes beforehand.
My administration here in the citadel so thoughtfully provided by our benefit.
I think for a game that came out in, what was it? Was it 2004 or maybe it was 2006? I think these visuals definitely still hold up today. Somebody had some fun here.
About that beer I owed you. It's me, Gordon, Barney from Black Mesa. Hey, sorry for the scare. I had to put on a show for the cameras. I've been working undercover with civil protection. I can't take too long or they'll get suspicious. I'm way behind on my beating quota.
Yes, Barney, what is it? I'm in the middle of a critical test.
Sorry, Doc, but look who's here.
Great Scott! Gordon Freeman! I expected more warning.
Yeah, you and me both, Doc. He was about to board the express to Nova Prospect.
Well, Barney, what do you intend?
I'm thinking.
Alex is around here somewhere. She would have a better idea how to get in here?
Well, as long as he stays away from checkpoints, we should be okay. Listen, I gotta go, Doc. We're taking enough chances as it is.
Very well. And, Gordon, good to see you.
Okay, Gordon. You're gonna have to make your own way to Dr. Kleiner's lab. Oh, man, that's what I was afraid of. Get in here, Gordon, before you blow my cover. Pile up some stuff to get through that window and keep going till you're in the plaza. I'll meet up with you later.
FUD. So this is sort of like an introductory sort of tutorial sort of section, but it is complete with the loading screens. So as long as everyone's keeping track of those, because there's going to be a test at the end of the complete Half-Life series of how many loading screens that we went through. Do it properly this time. It almost has sort of like an Eastern European look, doesn't it, all of these builds? Well, let's step outside.
Also detect some unspoken questions. Do our benefactors really know what's best for us? What gives them the right to make this kind of decision for mankind? Will they ever deactivate this?
Big Strider there. When we get to episode 2, we have to like face off against loads of Striders in the final battle.
This is how it always starts. First the building, then the whole block. They have no reason to come to our place. Don't worry, they'll find one.
This, of course, as well to show you all the objects that you can interact with as you play. Yeah, it definitely has that sort of like Eastern European sort of city theme.
Oh, I thought you were a cop.
He's one of us.
Turn the telly off.
I told you they'd be coming for us next.
Just this once I hope you're wrong.
Ah, there we go.
I can't take it anymore.
Everything's gonna be okay.
What are we going to do?
We'll think of something.
When is it all going to
Continue
end?
on through here. We're about to get chased, if I remember rightly.
Miscount detected in your block. Cooperation with your civil protection.
Head for the roof. There's no time to lose.
Ration reward. Attention, please. All citizens in local residential blocks will be on inspection permission.
Run away.
Get in here quick.
So at the moment we don't have any weapons or any tools of any sort. I suppose we could throw cans at them. We can't even run at the moment. Oop, stuck. And they got us.
Ha, no, you don't. Dr. Freeman, I presume.
This is Alex, of course, the star of the new Half-Life Alex
Combat
game.
can be slow to wake, but once they're up, you don't want to get in their way.
But unfortunately, I can't afford the grand for the VR kit.
Dr. Kleiner said you'd be coming this way. I don't think it occurred to him that you might not have a map. I'm Alex Vance. My father worked with you back in Black Mesa. I'm sure you don't remember me, though. Man, a few words, aren't you? Remember him from Black Mesa? Your old administrator. Don't get my dad started on Dr. Breen. Through here.
Slowly loads. There we go.
Funny, you showing up on this day in particular.
Start of a new chapter.
We've been helping people escape the city on foot. It's a dangerous route to my father's lab, through the old canals. Today, we're finally on the verge of having a better way. Here, let me buy you a drink. Oh, and by the way, nice to finally meet you.
So here we are in the lab, and in a moment you'll see a, well, once he eventually opens up this space there, you'll see the, if you're taking notes from the Blue Shift playthrough, it's very similar in design to that.
If I didn't know better, I'd suspect Barney of trapping and... My goodness. Gordon Freeman. It really is you, isn't it?
I found him wandering around outside. Bit of a troublemaker, isn't he?
We owe a great deal to Dr. Freeman, even if trouble does tend to follow in his wake. I must say, Gordon, you come at a
See, I think
very
these, are these interactable? Yes, they are.
I've just installed the final piece for our resurrected teleport.
I can't take any credit for the breakthrough, Doctor.
Nonsense. Your talents surpass your loveliness.
Let's just see if
So this is sort of like a slower section of the game before we actually get to the action, just whilst they're getting into the story.
Man, Gordon, you stirred up the hive. We can't keep him here long, Doc. It'll jeopardize everything we've worked for.
Don't worry, he's coming with me.
That's right, Barney. This is a red letter day. We'll inaugurate the new teleport with a double transmission.
You mean it's working? For real this time? Because I still have nightmares about that cat.
No, there's nothing to be nervous about.
cat?
We've made major strides since then. Major strides.
What cat?
Doc, since he's not taking the streets, you might as well get him out of his civvies.
What? Oh dear, you're right. I almost forgot. Barney, I'll give you the honor.
I've got to get back on my ship, but okay.
So here we go, now we're getting my hazard suit. Just making progress to actually be able to start the game properly in a moment.
Here we go. Ah! Damn it, get it off me!
Yep, I think, yeah, it would be nice to see Half-Life 2 with a VR upgrade, but like I said before there, with the new Half-Life Alex game, which is all VR, at the minute I don't have the grant to drop on the VR headset.
Your head. Fruitlessly.
Get that thing away from me!
Here, my pet. Hop up. No, not up there. No. Careful, Lamar. Those are quite fragile. Oh,
There he
fine.
goes.
It'll be another week before I can coax her out of there.
Yeah, longer if we're lucky.
Barney, you're not an animal person.
Well, Gordon, I see your HEV suit still fits you like a glove. At least the glove parts do. I've made a few modifications, but I'll just acquaint you with the essentials. Now, let's see.
So even for a game from, was it 2004 or 2006? Even like little things such as magnifying glasses that actually work. I believe these are done by re-rendering the frames in a slightly different, from of course the warp perspective, and then re-overlaying them on top. I believe that's how that actually works.
Energy outlets, which are plentiful wherever they patrol.
Meanwhile, let's get this show on the road.
Ooh, actually, let's get a charging station. For anyone that joined us on the Lost Coast sort of intro to Half-Life 2 before we continued from the original Half-Lives, this is what the power-up stations actually look like, and they're much more interactive and visual. I wonder if there's any... There is like a health station which has a similar sort of effects, but I can't actually see one at the moment. But we'll get cracking on, because once we leave this section, we can actually get into the game properly. So she's in the teleporter, and this sort of teleporter is very reminiscent of the one at the end of Blue Shift, which of course you can check out Blue Shift on the videos like archived on the YouTube channel. I'm not quite sure if it's still on Twitch, not 100% sure with it being, I think it might have been over the 14-day limit, but I'm not 100% sure.
And it's our intention to send him packing straight away in the company of your lovely daughter.
Are you ready for us, Dad?
We're all set on this end.
Then let's do it.
Let's see the massless field flux should...
I'm sure if I remember rightly from Half-Life trivia, the character model of this guy here was based, I think, on a homeless man that was near their studios that they brought in.
Last time. Hey, yeah, about that cat. Initializing in 3, 2, 1. No, fiddlesticks. What now?
Doctor, the plug.
Dear me, you're right.
So again, as this is sort of like the tutorial sort of area, teaching you how to interact with objects.
You gonna let Gordon throw the switch?
Because Half-Life games are sort of well known for directing players in you know, special lighting in areas to allow you to you know, to keep you on the same track as you're going through the levels.
Dr. Freeman, come on.
Oops. Forgot we had to press the switch.
Commencing now.
I can't look.
Okay.
I'll try and keep that of our viewfinder in range. Then we should see her appearing in this window.
Well, did it work?
See for yourself.
Hey, Doc.
Thank goodness. My relief is almost palpable.
Fantastic work, Izzy.
Well, I can't take all the credit. Dr. Freeman proved an able assistant.
Let's go ahead and bring Gordon through now.
Right you are. Speak to you again in a few moments.
Our turn now.
Throwing that switch and all. I can see your MIT education really pays for itself.
All right, Barney. Your turn.
Gee, thanks.
Gordon, as soon as you're in position, we'll send you to Eli's.
And not a moment too soon.
And this is where it goes horribly wrong.
Excellent. Initializing in 3, 2, 1. Barney, if you'd be so kind.
Good luck out there, Gordon.
Yes, indeed. We're ready to project you, Gordon. Bon voyage, and best of luck in your future endeavors. Final sequence. The hell? What is it?
There's Lamar.
Lamar, Ellie, look out! There he is! Is Lamar with him? Forget about that stage.
He's coming through, Dad.
What's going on here?
I'm not sure. It seems to be some kind of interference.
Gordon, stay put. We'll get you out of there.
Something's drawing him away.
What's the meaning of this? Who are you? How did you get in here?
Hey, he's back. I'm getting him out of there. Can't just wade into the field. It will peel you apart.
Just lost Gordon. What's going on?
I wish I knew. I'm encountering unexpected interference.
Don't worry, Gordon.
There he is. Oh, we're losing it again.
The man I saw. I'm all but certain it was Gordon Freeman.
He didn't come through.
Then where is he?
Shut it down! Shut it down!
Gordon, you must get out of here! Run! Get down out of sight. I'll come find you.
So we now have control, and we'll start the game properly. Should say as well, for those that are joining us late, we are playing, well, the Half-Life update, which was a community rebuild of Half-Life 2. So it has improved lighting, improved lighting. I think they did some extra texture work. There's all extra commentary. So at a later date, we may actually play through again, but with the commentary, like what we did with the end of the Lost Coast. Just gotta wait now for Barney to come and give us our crowbar. Here he is.
Hey, Gordon! The Citadel's on full alert. I've never seen it lit up like that. Get out of City 17 as fast as you can, Gordon. Take the old canals, right? They'll get you to Eli's.
I've got a beautiful painting in my house of this tower after it's exploded on one of my walls downstairs.
Oh, and before I forget, I think you dropped this back in Black Mesa.
As well as a painting of Gladys from Portal as well. I think somewhere on my blog I do have some pictures of those dotted around somewhere. Right, so we don't have any weapons. Yep, blinded. Ahead of the train. You have to let us know how this is all sounding as well, because it's absolutely deafening for me, much like the other Half-Life games. I think I've got the right balance for you guys, it's just completely unbalanced for myself at my end. So let's head down out to the tunnels, where we should, if I remember rightly, get a pistol at least to see us through the next sections. Actually, I think this might actually be a chapter starter. Yeah, it is a news chapter. And here are the health stations, but we haven't actually lost any health, which is a surprise.
Stop! We didn't do anything! I'll be looking for you now. You better run. There's nothing else to do here.
Alright, let's go. Actually, there's nothing down there. Any more soldiers? Even for a game for as old as it is, just lighting effects like that, you know. It's the mouse wheel to reload on this one. We were used to in the original Half-Life using the R key to reload. Right, so let's wait for this train now to go through. In your own time. And over. Get to cover. That's them dealt with. Let's see, any more ammo? Anything around here we can use? I'm going to hit R to reload. That's going to be a bit of an issue. Might have to rejiggle the controls. Alright. So if I remember rightly, there should be a vent that we can go to next. That got us there as well. At least we can sprint now. Right, flashlights on. should say with the playthroughs that were going on, we have been playing through the complete Half-Life. We did Half-Life, the original game, Half-Life Opposing Force and Blue Shift as a kind of like mix and match playthrough, because those stories are all intertwined with one another. But on Half-Life 2 we're going to be playing Half-Life 2 and its episodes in order, which is so it maintains continuity with the story as we go. Where is he? No, we're definitely going to have to change that that reload button. Oh no. I thought I saw a guy there. Right, let's reload and... stuck on a barrel. We're actually keeping our health this time, which is unusual for anyone that watched the Half-Life playthroughs. You'll know that we played it with generally like single-digit health all the way through. Just adds that extra dimension. Right. Continue pushing forward. Let's regen that. Before we continue, let's just read that what that one is there. I'm trying to think, Creeper, there is a way of modifying it with a glass block which might prevent the dirt block from getting lost, because similar things happen with the tree farm. At least that's what I found with my big tree farm, is it every now and again it fails and the dirt block that the trees are supposed to go on just vanishes because of the speed. But there is a way of modifying it with a glass block. I just can't think what it is off the top of my head.
Good God.
See, there was the G-Man on the telly screen there.
Huh? Good thing you found us. You're not the first to come through here by...
This is the Freeman, the Combine's reckoning.
Of course, the Vortigons are our allies in this game, they're not the enemies.
We're just a lookout for the Underground Railroad. Main station's right around the corner. They'll get you started on the right foot. Meanwhile, let my Vortigon friend here give you a jolt to get you going.
That is all we can spare.
Be careful now. We really can't afford to get noticed. Civil protection catches you down here, it's bad news for the whole railroad.
We serve the soul of mystery.
So next we're facing off against head crabs, if I remember rightly. Oh, and the loading screen, of course. Hope everyone's keeping track of these loading screens, because there will be a test at the end of the series for counting loading screens with Dr. Ravenholm. I don't even know why I wasted the ammo on that leech, to be honest. It's more of a tutorial sort of thing to give you an introduction as to what they are. Because if they grab us, they will drag us up to there and like munch us. Is this the open bit? Yeah, this is the open bit with the turret, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, get in there. So I played this game a lot when I was at university. I probably know where every single secret area is.
Station 12, do you read?
Station 8. We heard 12 go down and out. Surgical strike units are targeting railway stations. Repeat. Civil protection is coming down on underground stations. Already getting refugees from 9 and outlying.
Just take out all of these. Am I stuck? Let's just detonate these barrels because all they're going to do is get us killed. Right, I don't know if we can maybe clip that, or if we should just run away from it. Oh no, the turret's actually gone there. Right, let's continue on then. See the resistance guys that didn't make it. Let's just avoid these leech things. I can't actually remember what their proper name was. Don't think we could have squeezed past that one.
Keep going, friend. That station was raided, but there's others up ahead. I'm gonna stay here in case any others come through. Gotta keep the railway alive.
Let's just keep on going through here. We don't necessarily need to kill like every single enemy that we go. But I'm going to try and get all these the ammunition boxes as we come across them, if I can. Right, let's just wait for them to blow up down here. Switch back to the pistol. Hi, barnacles, that's it. Hi. Oh, no, that's gone horribly wrong. Thanks for the follow there. I was hit by one of the barnacles there, so I missed the name. And thanks as well there, Jake, for the follow there as well. Let's just blow up a few of these ones, shall we? Let's wait for it. Did you see all the innards falling down? Yeah, we can squeeze through that gap there. Right, let's... Oh no, this has gone horribly wrong. Ah, there's the ladders. We'll get to the other end. And yep, there's a ramp to climb up. I keep on trying to press Minecraft controls as well, which is not helping here. I think for the next time I will have to rearrange the controls slightly to get rid of the middle mouse wheel and change it back to R where we were used to in the original Half-Life. Here we go, another loading screen. This, of course, as well is almost like another tutorial section, just to show off the capabilities that they came up with back when the game came up. So we want to weight this down. If I can not get stuck on those blocks there. So we'll gather up all these breeze blocks. I'll jiggle them closer to the end in a minute there. We'll just gather them all up to start with. And it's slowly tip it back. I think that's the last one, possibly. Was that far enough for us? I think that's might be far enough for us to get across there. Nope. Oh, there's another block here. Unless that fell off. Yeah, this is the updated version with the improved lighting and other upgrades as well, as opposed to the default version, we'll call it. Put away. See if we can get it. Ooh, we almost got hit by that barnacle there. We're stuck. And we're in. Right, let's see what we can get from this station. A little bit of health. Better than nothing. See if there's anything else that we need to collect back here. Nope. Let's reload. And using the same thing that we did before. Let it go a little bit higher. Here we go. Clears the way for us, or at least most of the way anyway. The debris. We'll use that to get past there. No explosive barrels, so we'll just carefully avoid getting pulled up. I think soon will be the bit where the manhacks come into it, when we get into some of the other tunnels. It certainly looks like the tunnels with those coming up. But we'll know it when we hear them. I don't think I would like say one is better than the other. To me, it all is one continuous story. So the Half-Life series as a whole, I very much love the entire series.
Poor bastard doesn't stand a chance. Sounds like they're calling in every CP unit in City 17.
Like with the Mass Effect games, that we will be doing a complete playthrough of those at some stage. All of those games I enjoy. And as controversial as it is, I also enjoy the ending of Mass Effect 3. For me, it was the conclusion of of my character's story. It was covered quite nicely, I felt.
Thanks for your help. It isn't safe here.
Let's just get some health from there before we go on. Let's follow the pipes. Let them come to us. think there's still, yeah, still one more, isn't there? Right, let's just wait for them to blow up. There's some troops there going. Right, we don't really need the health at the minute, but we'll take it anyway. I'm actually quite surprised. We may have. I'm wondering if we've maybe set the difficulty wrong, because I'm not used to playing with like health. Normally we play these games with you know, like 15 health or below. Take out this guy here. I haven't seen the Half-Life Alyx story. I've seen like a few little trailers and stuff for it. I do actually have a playthrough of it in my watch later. I would love to play it myself, but I can't afford the VR kit, unfortunately. It's about £1,000 for one of those. I know some people have mentioned that it's supposed to be really short, like an hour or something to complete. But I will get that to that one on my playlist at some point towards the end of the week. See if there's anything of use back here other than the health. So this is our first close look at a head crab as an enemy. Did we just change weapons there as well? It's difficult to see in the dark here. Oh, and of course we have thrown a grenade as well. Oh well. Oh no, I've got a machine gun, which is handy. Has it got? Oh, it hasn't got any underslung grenades for this one yet. Right. Which was the way? Oh, hang on, what's that there? Well. With the way that we played our series so far, you've got Half-Life, Half-Life Opposing Force, and Half-Life Blue Shift, which are the main games. But those ones can really be mixed and matched because they're all part of the same continuous story. So that's why when we did our playthroughs of those over the past month, we kind of mix and match those ones because you can play those ones in any sort of like mix and matched order because they're all part of the same narrative in the same place in the Black Mesa facility. Take out that. With Half-Life 2, you've got I sort of do it as an introduction. I do kind of like the Lost Coast, and then I do Half-Life. Take out that one, Half-Life 2, and then the various episodes after that, all in order, which is how we're playing it through here. The Lost Coast was sort of like a was going to be a level in this game or one of the other episodes, but unfortunately never came to fruition. Any more of them guys? Yep, I think that's them covered. But yeah, it never came out as a thing, so it's more now of a tech demo than anything else. But I used it. Ooh, I'm stuck. But I used that as sort of like an introduction, so you know, people can see the difference from when we played the original Half-Life to moving on to this one. Can we get that through there? Yep, we got it. Right, let's see if we get some ammo and health if we're lucky down here. cannot remember which way to go from here. Ah, hang on, there's a pathway over here. Oh, hang on, is this the way that we came in before? Nope. Right, let's get... I keep on seeing the red in the corner of my eyes there and thinking we're on 0 health again. Just wait for these barrels to explode. Oh, I should not have wasted that ammo. Right, let's continue on. Right, let's have a quick reload check. So we have 11 ammunition for that. So it's pistols only for now until we can get some more ammo. And of course the crowbar. Ah, hang on. A little bit of extra ammo. Have we missed a... Oh, there it is. I remember this chamber. Let's just let them fill the room up a little bit. Right. So I don't think there's anything down there. If I'm right, we have to go zigzagging across here, or do we have to wait till it fills up with water first? Can't quite remember. Yeah, so we need to, because we need to fill that up there to get to there. So if I can get unstuck from this ladder. Ah, there we go. Come on. Light of my crowbar. Can we grip that and climb up there, do you think? Nope. Right, let's continue on then. So somewhere down here there is a valve that we need to adjust. Let's just get the pistol out for now as well, just in case. Right. Oh, there it is. Can we reach that from down here? Or maybe if we drop off the ladders. Yeah. So if we hop from here down to here. And there we go. Take the health whilst we're at it. Just wait for this room to fill up now. Although we could probably ignore those man hacks, to be honest, and save... I don't think they can come in the water. Right, let's get a bit of air and then we'll deal with smashing these. Oh, no. Right, let's go get some more air. This could actually kill us, the oxygen supply here. I think we actually need to get everything out of this thing. We could probably make it across with what we've got. No. Oh, almost. Have we got a box to build? Ah, there we go. I thought we were going to have to get a box there to climb on top of it. Right, let's get my pistol out for a bit. Right. Can we get up there? Yes, we can. I'm not quite sure of the elevations on these as to whether or not we can actually climb up them or not. I was to be stuck in a barrel. Yeah, just check there's nothing down there. Here. More man hacks coming. Oh, we're stuck. Right, let's get over here before that other barnacle grabs us. Right. Very carefully across here. Ah. Just ammo. Oh look, there we go. Alright, so we'll get across there up here. I think very soon we're going to have the section, which is the oh, what on earth do you call one of those hover thingies?
Hey, you're Freeman, aren't you? We got word you were coming. You got here at a bad time.
Black Mesa East to Station 6. Do you read? Dr. Freeman is on his way downriver. Lend him the airboat and give him all the help you can. Repeat, Gordon Freeman
Airboat,
has
that's the word I was thinking of.
It's critical he reaches Black Mesa East.
Better get going now.
Warning. Hazardous radiation levels detected.
They're showing us!
Did that one? Yeah. I thought that one went underground there. there. Do we see in this game, apart from the head crabs, the oh we do. I'm trying to remember if we see the little black spidery things, which are kind of like head crabs, but they they give you like really bad poison straight away. I couldn't remember if, briefly there if you encounter those during this one, but we will in one of the later chapters. Let's continue through here. Oh. Oop, backing off, backing off. Right, they buried themselves underground, so let's just leave them where they are. Hopefully we can restock now.
Hey, Dr. Freeman. I've been hoping you'd show up. Got this airboat all gassed up and ready to go. It's gonna be tough.
Right, let's do a reload check just to make sure if we need to switch to our weapons.
You'll find more help up at Station 7. Just a few bends up the river.
Do we have... Oh, we have one underslung grenade as well for this one.
Climb on in. Fire her up. You'd better get going now.
Let's go. There's like lots of like secret places and what have you dotted around here. There's, you know, inside of these little tunnels, but I don't know, we may have a look at some of them as we go, but the main focus is going to be to press forward with the these sections of the game. Open the gates. No problem there. We'll catch you next time. You will of course be able to catch up on this and all the others as well over on YouTube, where there'll be a playlist where you can see all the Half-Life ones that we've done so far. I thought there might be a loading screen coming in there. Anytime there's a zigzag corridor or a long straight. So we're starting the water hazard chapter now. We'll not bother getting that update there. So here's another station where there's actually we'll explore this one while we're here. Let's ooh. It came out that one at a funny angle. See what we can get from here. I think there's some that we're going to adjust in here anyway. We'll lower that whilst we're at it as well. I thought that head crab survived. Let's try that again. we go. We've got the extra ammo from down there. That's all you get from that little diversion. Let's just get those bits of ammunition whilst we can. Ah, right, here we go. Here's another little physics puzzle. So we're given the clue with the blue barrel, and the objective here is to gather up those and put them in there. Oop. Without drowning. Let's just stop those from buzzing in our faces every couple of seconds. Is there any more, or do we just get away with just the 4? Must just be enough to have the 4 underneath there. Let's drop that in there. And yep, that looks like it's high enough for us to get through. There's the Combine bringing their troops. Which, if we can, we'll just try and plough through them. Get through this section nice and quickly if we can. Oh, we missed it. That was the ramp we were supposed to take. He's launching flares. Let's just take out those guys as well. Watch out for the barnacles. And the loading screen. So everybody's been keeping track of all these loading screens. As I said, there will be a quiz at the end of the complete Half-Life series. For those that have paid attention for the counting the loading screens from the original Half-Life through Opposing Force and Blue Shift, and now Half-Life 2. Got wedged up on that one. Yeah, we do have to stop here, don't we? Right, let's hop out here. I don't remember what key it is to get out of here. Right, let's get the machine gun out. Let's try that again. So when we come back out of here, this place is going to be swarming with enemies, if I remember right. So let's slowly go through and gather up as much ammo as we can find. Right. Oh no, they can get through the glass. Right. See if there's any of our munitions. Speaking of grenades, we don't really often use them. It's only sort of when we get desperate do we start using the grenades. There we go. You can hear them. That's the wheel for that. So I'm guessing that way you're going to destroy that. Yep, it's going to swing and it's going to take the gates out. So before the chaos ensues, don't forget to rate, comment, favourite and subscribe in whichever format the platform you're on allows, whether it be on Twitch, YouTube or Mixer. Don't forget as well you can check out my Discord channel where at some stage in the future I will actually post some sort of schedule. And there goes the gates. And the alarm. Right. Let's see how... Actually, there's a turret over here, isn't there? That's all for this bit. Alright, let's carry on. There's a troop transporter dropping some more. We have one grenade on this gun. And we've just used it. I don't think we can shoot through that where he can. Right, we're going to double back and we're going to get some health because we never actually collected any health from this station. So we might as well take it. Switch back to the machine gun. We parked over here, didn't we? We're stuck. Let's go. Whoa. Caught on the landscape there. It mustn't be far off the dam by now. I'm trying to remember off the top of my head what are the sections to follow. Let's just stay clear. I think there is actually like a proper tunnel section, if I remember rightly, with this airboat or whatever it's called. But I can't quite remember. Just watch out for the rockets. Oh, we got hit. Oh, stuck. Right, let's go. This looks like a loading scene. Yep, long straight bit or zigzag corridor means loading screen. Carefully manoeuvre around here. There is, I think there's a, oh yeah, I say there is a puzzle sort of thing here as well, isn't there? And also, whenever of course you see the Lambda logo, that means there's usually ammo or the like. Let's hop out and we'll give this one a go. So if we take what's out there, we can get some health and some needed ammo. And then we will continue through the waterways. So this is actually sounding alright to everyone. I do have to sort of like reconfigure the audio continuously for the different games that we play, but hopefully you can actually hear the game audio alright. This is the bit I was thinking of as well before. I was getting it mixed up with the bit we previously did with this one. So we need to go through that little bit there and fight our way through this little area. So let's hop out of here. Can't see anybody just yet. So I'll tell you what we'll do. What we haven't done yet in the game, we haven't saved, so I've just saved it there. Oh. I haven't got time to change my guns there. Oh, but we do have a new gun. This should be a single hit, this one, to take them out. So if I remember rightly, yeah, I was going to say there's a bit with a helicopter here now, isn't there? Right, run. Take that to the face. Just line those pixels up. And we'll preserve our ammo and use the crowbar to take out the hacks. Right, so let's get up there and... oh, does that mean there's ammunition somewhere around here? Never mind, we're probably alright for our ammo at the moment. Let's get for cover. Reload. And let's try and leap across those cargo containers again. So we have 6 rounds of ammunition left for this gun, which should see us through this little section here, unless we can get any more off one of these guys, maybe. Yeah, we've got another 6 rounds off him there. And there's the helicopter trying to take us out again, so we're going to keep to the wall. Right, switch back up to this weapon now. This is our sort of armor charging station, and then we'll get a little bit of health as well just to top us off, and we will actually save for the second time. That's the way we came out of. Try and stay out of the way of the helicopter. Just keep on that and see if we can drive it away a bit. Yep. And now we can open the gates in peace. Now is this poison water or pure water? It's clean water, so we can dive in the water and get... Oh, there's actually a gap there to get out anyway. That's the thing with Valve and their level design. It is basically you're on a path and there's like clues and little bits of stuff hidden everywhere to help you get through there. Hello there, chat. Welcome. We're playing Half-Life 2. We have been playing through the complete Half-Life series, so you can always check out the previous games. If only Half-Life 3, unless you're technically classing that as Half-Life Alyx memories. Which unfortunately is one of the Half-Life games we're not going to be able to play through in this series, because I don't have a spare grand to drop on a VR kit. Oh, that didn't go according to plan. Oh, we got blown up twice. And we're through. Yep, and of course zigzag or long straight means loading screen. Right, that's a dead end. Must be coming up to the dam now. Just as well, there was like lots of opportunities as well in the sides of the cliff and such where we could have like diverted into some other little storylines, but we've just been concentrating on pressing forward. So let's see if we can avoid these a little bit. I knew there was a bit inside of these sort of tubes. I knew I could remember something like this. Nope. We almost didn't make it. Oh, we didn't. We're actually going to have to rev up and go back, aren't we? Yeah. Hopefully we're on course if I just keep Yep, we made it through with a FUD. So I'm guessing a loading screen here for zigzag corridors. Yep. Here we go. I remember, was there another like a weighted sort of puzzle that we had to do, or was that in one of the other episodes? Make sure there wasn't anything of value back there. I'm amazed that we've actually been able to keep our health so high. As with all the other Half-Life games, as I've said before, we usually played it in like 15% or less sort of thing. So there's ammunition up the top there we could get, but we'll just carry on, we'll ignore it. So there's more over there, so you can see the Lambda logo everywhere. Oh, we missed it. Let's spin around, double back. Slightly off course. Let's try and skirt along the walls this time. Here we go. Let's stop here and see if we can get some health for a moment. Park this here. Ooh. Right. Before the helicopter swings round again, let's just see if we can recharge a little bit. And... oh, we're going to have to hold this, are we? Are we stuck? No, we can get out. So as we go along here, I suppose I should ask how's everyone doing? Everyone enjoying the quarantine life? Like I said, for myself, my business is run from an office at home, so but we're taking a break from that today though, because it being the end of the tax year. We've done all of our taxes now, so we're having a break and playing some Half-Life 2. Yeah, I knew there was another physics puzzle to come yet. Because we need to make another ramp, don't we? Yep, so we need to pile as much junk as we can into here. Let's get the pistol out though, just in case these guys turn up. So there we go, some more heavy items. A dishwasher to put down the hole. And that's maybe is all the weight that we need. Well, this looks like a loading screen. Oh no, we're now into the base.
You're Freeman, aren't you?
Well, I wouldn't believe it if I couldn't see with my own eyes. Dr. Gordon Freeman himself.
Just in time, Doc. We gotta move out before the Combine picks us up. We're just getting ready to pull out.
We better hurry. Gotta tear down this camp and get out of here.
Greetings to the free man.
Come on in. I'll show you what you're up against.
Yes, this must be a bit of the dam where we're going to face up against the helicopter.
Here, take a look at this. This here's the dam. It's just up ahead. Eli's hideout is here, a stone's throw from the apron and nestled in the old hydro plant. But getting there, with that hunter chopper on your ass, next to impossible. Good news is, the Vortigaunt's working his magic on your airboat, so you'll have a little more firepower going forward. I think he's just finishing up now. Go on out.
So of course she's standing there to block our exit, so that we can't see the new craft being spawned in. But now we have weapons.
Give 'em hell, Doc.
Of course, this is continuously regenerative, this ammunition. Let's carry on forward. Anyone else? Or was that all of them? Can we get this whole thing up there, do you think? Yeah. Oop, I didn't even see that there. Plowing through these guys here. And another loading screen. Not quite sure how long this section goes on for, but we must be approaching the dam by now. Is that you, Royalty, joining us on Twitter? Ooh. Run control. Twitter, what am I talking about? Twitch even. I keep on getting those two continuously mixed up. But hello and welcome. When doing Half-Life 2, we did the original Half-Life, Half-Life Opposing Force and Blue Shift all as one playthrough. Well, one mixed max playthrough. But we're now on to Half-Life 2 today. Let's take out this guy. But Half-Life 2 we will be playing in one sort of continuous playthrough. We won't be mix and matching like the episodes 1 and 2 will be containing the like continuing the continuity of the storyline as we go through. Right, I think that was everything here. Let's run back to our what do they call it? Was it the airboat or something like that? I can't remember what it's called. Let's hop through here. Take out them. Well, I definitely recommend these games to anyone. Oh no, hang on, this has gone horribly wrong. Back on the boat, back on the boat. But you can always catch up on like the previous games narrative from there's like a playlist on my YouTube channel which has got them all in. We'll be playing this probably a couple of times a week as we go through all the different ones. Depends on how long it takes us to get through them, because I'm not entirely certain like how long it's going to take to play through the games. I mean, we've done quite a large chunk in just an hour and a half really today. Right, let's have a look. Is it there we have to go in to get behind? Right, let's just fall back for a second so that we can take out that thing firing at us. Where is it? Oh great, we can't actually see it. Nope, but I can see that one. So which way was it to get into that little alcove? And we are really running low on health here. I don't think we're going to make it. Let the ammunition replenish. Right, we have 5 health, which is more of a traditional health to be playing at for anyone that's followed the Half-Life original games series. Right, so can we crash through that? No, answer to that. So we need to get behind these here so that we can go behind here and make that jump. Let's get out and go on foot for a minute. Let's see if we can figure out which way we're supposed to go. I don't think we can get that hover thing up here. Let's have a look down here. I'm completely blank as to how to get into there. Is there something that I haven't knocked down, maybe? Definitely remember you have to go behind there somehow. Definitely certain that we can't blast our way through. Unless we can get up on top. Right, let's just double back a little bit and see if there's a way up there, maybe? Something I've missed. So we definitely can't get that up there. We've forgotten to blow something up. Oh, is that big enough for us to get through, do you think? Squeeze through that gap there. Ah, right. There we go. Right, let's get through here. We should have maybe paid close attention to that map to try and figure out how far we are off the dam section. Because once we're there, we'll get the gravity gun. Ooh. Another loading screen. Hope everyone's keeping count of these loading screens because there will be a test later. Here it comes. See if we get spun around. Over to the gates, then we'll spin around. And watch out for the mines. I don't think we had to get any other weapon. I don't think there was a rocket launcher around here, was there, to take out this? I think you just take it out with this machine gun thing. Could be wrong. That wasn't the pilot that just fell out. We have 17 health, so I don't actually expect to survive this first encounter. Let's see if we can run over some health packs or something somewhere. Oh, we did it. With 3 health to spare. Let's save it. Hang on. Let's hop out here. A little bit of health. Now, is it here or is it maybe in the next section? Because there is somewhere around here that there is like a little sort of like diversion sort of point that we maybe will take a little look at, where there's a bloke and a Vortigon are living in a cave somewhere together. I can't quite remember exactly where it is. It could be in this little next section, perhaps. We'll find the airboat thing, and we'll hop back in that, and then we'll go over there and we'll raise that gate there. Actually, I tell you what, we'll first have a quick scan over here, just in case I have driven past that little sewer drain thing that I want to explore. That's the way we came in. That's the boat. No, it must be in that next little section there. Let's fight our way up here. Park up there, and yeah, we'll get the machine gun out. Oop. Maybe we'll just jump back in the water again. Slowly wind this one back up. It must be up there, when the bit that I'm thinking of. We still have 28 health, which is more traditional health to do these sorts of games live on. Yeah, this is the bit I'm thinking of. Let's put a box there and we'll divert from the main story for a few seconds and go up here. If our health can survive it, that is. We just missed it. We'll save it once we get these gates open this time, in case that goes horribly wrong again. Or more likely, when it goes horribly wrong again. So let's save it there and jump out. And we can see there, Discord is once again doing a marvellous job of suppressing my notifications there in the corner of the screen. Let's see if we can sprint through here. Oh, we're going to make it. 21, 16, 13. Oh, we got so close that time. Save it here. I will quickly clear that notification. Yep. Well done, Discord. So close to all that ammunition. 13, 8, 3, 0. No, I think we are just literally 1 health short of being able to get to this bonus area. What is if we jump? Oh, we're not taking as much damage if we jump. Hey. Evening.
Where to now? And to what end? We remember the free man. We are coterminous. There is no distance between us. No false veils of time or space may intervene. We see you still in Black Mesa. Clearly we see you in the Nihilant's chamber. We bear witness to the bright eternity of the Nihilant's demise. You leap, you fall, we see you crash between the barriers. For a brief time you joined us, you are one between the worlds. Communion of the vortessence and that other, a deeper mystery. No deeper than the void itself.
Fair enough, I'll leave you to it. Right, we will save here.
More than anyone can bear, but we will persevere.
Right, so we jumped along the side last time, didn't we? We didn't lose as much health. Right, a little bit further, a little bit further. Oh. So we have... most of that is now still there. Right, let's save it properly now. Get ourselves a little run up. Thought I wasn't going to get up a little curb there. Right, we'll take these guys out the traditional way if there's anyone else left in there. There we go. A little bit of armor. I'm sure there was a lever or something that we had to do so. Oh, maybe. Oh, it's over here. Oh. There's the G-Man just disappearing. And that's my signal in the background telling us that it's almost time to bring the chickens in. Assuming the microphone picked that up, that is. So there's some ladders now in case we fall off this, or when we fall off it, more likely. I believe that's Black Mesa East down there. And there's our ramp to get out. You shouldn't be terrified of chickens. My girls, they every night they won't go into their coop for bedtime unless they get to. Well, some of them sit on my knee. I've got one of them that sits on my shoulder. If she doesn't actually get to sit on my shoulder for like 20 minutes before she goes to bed, she cries all night. You can hear her in the box. She's I should have a little rummage around my YouTube channel because there's some videos dotted around of all my chickens. There's actually a video of me building a chicken coop. It's, I think it's about like 10 minutes long or something like that. And you can see them all jumping around helping us as we're building it. this ramp. The best way, if you want a chicken to, well, once they're used to you, they won't attack you or anything like that. But usually if you just sit there, the best way is just simply to hold your hand out, and they'll start pecking your hand. It's not going to do you any harm or anything, but just simply let them peck it without like flinching or anything, and they'll suddenly realise that you've got more dominance than them, and they'll stop pecking your hand, and they'll shortly after, you know, you'll be able to like handle them. Just they need to sort of like make sure that you're like in the right space in the pecking order, sort of thing. Right, how do we get up here? Maybe we shouldn't have jumped out of that just yet. Oh, here we are. The ladders are all the way around the other side, typically. Ah. There we go. Like so with my chickens now, they're so old that, well, 2 of them are old anyway. I used to have 12, but I'm now down to just 3 left from my original flock. But I mean, the likes of Speckled and Gravy, they're too fat and lazy now to be a harm to anyone. And, one of them's just got arthritis, so she has to be lifted most places anyway.
I've got something. Okay, it's human. Hello? Take it easy in there. You're safe now. You'll have to forgive the scanning process. We can't take any chances. Dr. Freeman? Gordon Freeman? Is that you? You've made it here this quickly. Well, Eli is going to be amazed, not to mention relieved. I'm Dr. Mossman, Dr. Judith Mossman. I've been hearing about you since long before the Black Mesa incident. Oh, Black Mesa. I do so envy you working with Eli and Dr. Kleiner when they are at the top of their field. Ah, there we go. You can come through now.
And for those of you that might recognise that voice, it's the same actress who played Rolaren in Star Trek Next Generation.
I'll take you down to Eli right away. He would never forgive me if I kept you waiting.
Can't remember what her real name is. She was also in the Hunger Games towards the end.
We could certainly use the extra help around here.
Battlestar Galactica as well. Yeah, she was a Battlestar as well.
Last few months, things would go so much faster if we had more people with your training. We're closing in on a reliable local teleport technology. Something the Combine still hasn't mastered. Eli thinks their portals are string-based, similar to our Calabial model, but they failed to factor in the dark energy equations. They can tunnel through from their universe, but once they're here, they're dependent on local transportation. If they knew what we were doing with entanglement... Oh. Listen to me. I sound like a postdoc. I'm just so excited to think that we'll finally have the chance to work together. Where was I? Oh, yes. Dr. Kleiner compressed the Zen relay far beyond anything he imagined at Black Mesa. We figured out how to use Zen as an unexpressed axis, effectively a dimensional slingshot, so we can swing around the border world and come back in local space without having to pass through.
Here we go.
Oh, here's Eli now.
All right, good. You keep right on.
Eli, look who I found in the airlock.
Gordon Freeman. Let me get a look at you, man. My God, you haven't changed one iota. How do you do it? Now, let's see. The last time I saw you, I sent you up for help after the resonance cascade. I never thought it would take you this long to get back to me. Welcome to the lab, anyway. It's not Black Mesa, but it served us well enough.
It's going to be a lot more like Black Mesa with Gordon on the help.
Right you are. MIT graduates are few and far between these days. We'll get you out of that hazard suit and back into your lab coat where you belong.
Let me just finish up some work and I'll see what I can dig up. Dr. Freeman, it's been a real honor. I'm looking forward to working together.
Feel free to look around.
Let's go and have a rub and just see if we can break anything.
We've almost got that portal working again. But I wouldn't blame you if you didn't volunteer for the next trial run. We're still not sure what that does. Alex brings in the strangest things.
Sort of looks like a tiny version of oh, what are those things called?
Oh, Gordon.
Oop,
The Vortigaunt said
I
you
didn't
were
break
here.
it.
I can't believe you made it so quickly on foot.
I believe he broke your record, honey.
Well, he earned it. I guess you proved you can handle yourself out there.
There's nothing Gordon can't handle, with the possible exception of you.
Dad, please.
Well, shortly, we'll get the gravity gun.
Take a look at this, Gordon.
Crouch down so you can actually see it making any sort of adjustments. It's just like busy work and distraction whilst whilst he's doing that.
Alex, I thought you were on watch.
The
Here we
Vortigaunt's
go.
relieved me so I could come see Gordon. Anyway, I should be in here working on the portal.
I have the repairs well in hand. Someone misjudged the capacity of the Combine thyristor.
Are you blaming me?
No, not at all. It was a calculation error, not a mechanical problem.
Then maybe you should let
Later
me
on,
do
you're
the
going to find out
calculations next time, as well
some
as
more stuff about her, shall we say, but we'll save that for when we actually get that far
Sometimes
through the
I think you
story.
deliberately misunderstand me.
Alex, why don't you take Gordon along and give him some practice with the gravity gun?
Sure. Come on, Gordon. Let's go have some fun.
The zero-point energy field manipulator is not a toy, Alex.
Ugh, let's get out of here.
So next is the gravity gun, and we get to meet
I see
Dog.
you met Dr. Mossman. She's one of the main reasons I spend so much time outside. You should hear her drone on about how it should have been her in the Black Mesa test chamber that day.
It wouldn't have made any difference
sorry,
if she
I
was in
shouldn't
the
be
test
talking
chamber, to
behind
be
her
fair.
back. It just gets a bit claustrophobic down
All
here.
Freeman did was flick a button and push a sample in.
That's the old passage to Ravenholm. We don't go there anymore.
And for those of you that don't know, that is where I get my IGN from.
Come on.
A loading screen. I hope you're all been keeping a tally of how many loading screens we had, because you know that there is going to be a quiz at the end.
So, here we are. The scrapyard. This is a gravity gun my father was talking about. You can call it the zero-point energy field manipulator if you really want to. It's designed for handling hazardous materials, but we mainly use it for heavy lifting. Give it a try. The primary trigger emits a charge. You can punch stuff and send it flying. I found it handy for clearing minefields.
So this opens up a new mechanic of the game. I'd love to combine this with the portal gun.
The secondary trigger lets you grab things. You can throw them with the primary. Once you pick something up, you can drop it gently by pressing your secondary trigger again. Pick up some stuff and toss it.
Let's have a look there.
You can also pull stuff
No problem, royalty. We'll catch you later on. You can always catch up with these episodes later on YouTube, because they'll all be well, the entire series is all archived there. Barrels? Oh, right, I see them.
All right.
See if you can stack some stuff to climb up here.
A few big boxes. Is that high enough? I'm not sure. There we go.
Right.
Beware of dog. Not the dog, just dog.
Now let me call Dog. He loves to play fetch. Dog!
Of course, this is to give you a hint of what is to come in the chapter following this.
Good doggy. Gordon, this is Dog. My dad built him to protect me when I was a kid. First model was about yay high. I've been adding to him ever since. Haven't I, boy? Okay, Dog, let's play catch with Gordon. You'll need to use the gravity gun. Go ahead, Dog. Throw!
I think there's like an achievement for getting something through the hoop. I can't remember what it is that we have to put through the hoop.
Throw another, Dog. Awesome! Another one, Dog. Excellent. Dog, go get your ball!
Oh, close. Oops. Wrong button. Ah, Dog's got it this time. Maybe we'll go for a steep incline, perhaps. No, too much. The attack must be going to start shortly.
No, Dog! No, no, boy! Down! Put that down! What is it, Dog? Oh my god, what was that? Scanners! Oh, the Combine sweeping the area! You gotta head back to the lab. Come on, Gordon!
Wait for them to hurry up.
Dad! Alex, do you read?
Alex! Honey,
What's going on in there?
where are you, Alex?
We're in the scrapyard airlock, stuck in a full auto cycle.
Is Gordon still with you?
He's right here.
Good. I want you to
Dad?
take Gordon out of here. Head for the coast. Do not go through Rafe.
Dad? Dad! Damn it! Dog, open the airlock. Get us out of here.
Oh, we're stuck behind them.
Hurry, now! Tear it apart if you have to. Get it open! That's enough, Dog. Come on, Gordon. Come on!
I'm stuck on his character model.
not leave my father. Dog, take Gordon to the Ravenholm tunnel, then circle around and try to meet up with me. Hurry!
Is this one powered, or are we going to use ladders? Is it going to unlock? That's slowly opening. There we go. And this should be the start of a new chapter. Once it eventually loads. Yep, and this is the start of a new chapter. And what I think we'll do is now is, because we've been going for over 2 hours, I think we'll call it there today. We've done quite a lot of progress on this so far, getting through a good chunk of the early stages of the game. So don't forget to rate, comment, favourite and subscribe on whichever manner the platform you're on allows, be it on Twitch, YouTube or Mixer. Don't forget to check out my Discord channel. At some point in the future, I may start posting schedules on there. We know what sort of games we're going to play because they're all listed on there. It's just at the minute, it's just getting the schedule sort of nailed down so that people that want to watch can actually hop on and have a look. So join me next time. There goes the torch. We'll save here, and this is this is the start of the Ravenholm chapter, but we'll begin that together later on.